Shalom, shalom, shalom. You're highly welcome, my dear brothers and sisters out there. I'm glad that you just clicked to watch this message today. In today's topic, I'm going to be talking about the takeover of Jerusalem by the Israelites. You know, how the takeover happened. Because you need to be able to understand that the land of Israel, when you talk about Jerusalem, is actually a land of Canaan, which was, Jerusalem is a birth that took place. She is a daughter of a Hittite and with an Amorite. So Jerusalem was born. So what you need to be able to understand that is this, that there are people who went to Jerusalem or who entered into Jerusalem, and one of a sudden they took over Jerusalem. They took it over. So in another literal sense, indirectly, but these things happen gradually. These things happen very gradually. The taking over of the land of Canaan. It did not happen spontaneous. It is not something that happened just spontaneous. First of all, you need to be able to understand that before the taking over Jerusalem, it has to be infiltrated, because Jerusalem is just like a hub, a capital city, the powerhouse of those ancient places. This is where a lot of things were going on. When you talk about all kind of things that were happening, in order to consult spirits. So, and it was going on a very high scale. So when you talk about sorceries and everything, these were places where things were going on in a different dimension, and they were doing all kind of things in that particular place, because this was the land of Canaan. So some people needed to come and do what? And flush the people who are there. But before they do this, that means they have to first of all do what? Infiltrate them in a way that these people who are in Jerusalem do not even know about. So the infiltration of Jerusalem and taking over of Jerusalem, is what we are going to be seeing according to the scripture, because this is very, very key and important. Like I said, my dear brothers and sisters, you need to be able to understand that Jerusalem belongs to the Canaanites. It is the land of Canaan. But that place, when you talk about the land of Canaan, remember, it was being promised to the children of Jacob. The children of Jacob, the Bible said to Abraham that you see this land of Canaan, I have given it to thy seed. I promised it to you, to your seed. They are going to have it. They are going to get it. And therefore, this land of Canaan, and that means whenever they come out in that particular place, in that particular dimension, in that particular Jerusalem, therefore they are going to take it. But there's a process. It didn't just happen. So this is what I would like us to do in today's study, to go see the gradual process through which these things happened. You see, before now the things now came open. So which gave the children of Israel the equal right in order to do what? To claim, or in order to inherit something that gave them equal inheritance to what? To the land of Jerusalem, because they were also born where? In Jerusalem. You need to be able to understand what is going on. But something happens on the ground. This is what I would like us to do now. So go with me. I would like us to go into the book of Deuteronomy, which is very, very important, my dear brothers and sisters out there. We go into the book of Deuteronomy. We go chapter number 7. It is very, very important for we to understand what happened when the children of Israel took over Jerusalem. When they took over that particular place, because there's a lot of processes. Because remember, like I said, that the promise of the land of Canaan was made to Jacob. Jacob was the one that the land of Canaan was being promised to, no any other person. Jacob. So that land of Canaan, and the hub of that land of Canaan, which is the capital city of the land of Canaan, is Jerusalem. Which means if they had to take Canaan, which means they have to first of all do what? Take over Jerusalem. So what I want you to bear in mind is to bear in mind that what? That the people who the land of Canaan was being promised to get the land of Canaan, or to inherit the land of Canaan, are the children of Jacob. Very important. Now listen to what the Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter number 7, from verse number 1. It said, When Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land of into the land whither thou goest to possess it. So as you are going, this was an instruction that was given to the children of Israel. That is, as they are going into the land of Canaan to go and possess that land, to go and take it over. Listen to what happened. And had cast out many nations before thee. The Hittites, which is the people who that particular land belongs to, because you need to be able to remember and understand that that Jerusalem is is a Hittite, in the sense that, the mother is a Hittite and the father is an Amorite. So they are going to take away these people. But remember, just watch out what happened. You see, and had cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgasite, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, 7 nations, 7 great nations, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. So these nations are great. They are Canaanites. These are great nations that occupy those places, that own those places. So, but you are going to there to go and take over this particular place. There is a way, there is a tactics which you need to go into that place and take over this particular place. But remember, now this tactics has to be put in play. But I want us to just continue so that you can see and understand what is happening here. And when Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. This is what the Bible is saying. There's no mercy. Do not have pity on these people. What you're going to do is, you're going to utterly do what? Pull down their houses, their groves, cast down the graven image, cast down their groves, their places where they used to consult their gods. What you're going to do is, when you go into that place, destroy these people and destroy get rid of a lot of things there. Neither shalt thou make marriages. Now I want you to understand something that is key here. You need to be able to understand what is going on here. The Bible says in verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them, with these people. So the instruction was, when you go into the land of Canaan, do not make no marriages with these people. Do not do it. Do not go and intermarry with the people of the Canaanites. Do not go there and do what? And be part of these people by intermarrying with them, because there's something deep here. Now listen to what happened. He said, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shalt thou not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahuwah be kindled against you. So if you go there and you get yourself into marriage with these people, what happened? The anger, this is a trick which they are going to use, because they will cause you, the moment you go against the will or the commandment of your Elohim, what happened? Your Elohim would do what? Would turn away from you, and now they will have more upper hand in order to do what? In order to torment you. So the main thing that as you're going into the land of Canaan, what you're going to do in that particular place is, do not mix yourself, do not intermarry with what? With these people there. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy all their altars. This is what you're going to do. You shall destroy all their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. Now I want you to understand something. Did they keep all these things that were being given to them? This is the question that you need to be able to ask yourself. Did they actually kept the instruction which was being given to them, or the commandment that thou shalt not do what? Intermarry with what? With the people. Do not intermarry yourself with what? With the people. Did they abide to this particular commandment? Or did they broke this commandment, this particular commandment? Because as you are going there, this is what you're going to do. Do not get there and get married with what? With the people of the Canaanites. These people are dangerous. Do not go there and get married with these people, because I know where I'm sending you. The land that you are going to occupy belongs to them. Now that you are going there, do not go there. When you go there and you get married to these people, because these people are these people are more than, they are deep people consulting all kind of forces out there. So do not intermarry to them. So, but did the Bible make us to understand, did these people, the children of Israel, they kept this particular commandment of not intermarrying with them? I want to show you something. Let's go to the book of Ezra. I want to show you something deep. because it is very important for we to be able to understand what is going on in the scripture. Remember, at this juncture, they came out, and now they are what? They are entering into what? Into the land of what? Of Canaan. So now the instruction was, do not go there and get yourself intermarried with what? With these people. But let's go into the book of Ezra chapter number 9, and I would like us to see something. He said, now when these things were done, now some things happen here. Just I want to show you something that happened that is in the book of Ezra chapter number 9. Now when these things were done, the princess came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land. Wait a minute. The people of Israel, the priests, have not separated themselves. They did not do what they were being told to do in the book of Deuteronomy. So they did not separate themselves from the people. Listen to what the Bible says. From the people of the lands, talk about the Hittite, the Canaanite, the Jebusite, the Amorite, the Hivites, the Moabite, just all these people that were there. You understand it? Now they did not look at it's about to tell us the same people I'm talking about. He said, have not separated themselves from the people of the land, doing according to their abominations. So the children of Israel are now going against the commandment which was being given to them, and they are now doing according to the abominations of what? Even of the Canaanites. Number 1. The Hittites. Number 2. The Perizzites. Number 3. The Jebusites. Number 4. The Amorites. Number 5. The Moabites. The Egyptians and the Amorites. So you see that what? That these people now went into the land of Canaan, and they are now doing what? They did not separate themselves. What does that mean? That means they entered into them, they intervened, they intermarried with what? With these people. Now I'm going to be showing you something there. For they have, in verse number 2, the Bible says, for they have taken of their what? Of their daughters. Wait a minute. I thought the Bible just said in the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7. In the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7, let's go back there briefly and see something that is deep. The book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7. And when you see, listen to what it says. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. With which people? In verse number 1, it says with the Canaanite, the Girgashite, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Perizzite, the Canaanite, the Hivite, the Jebusite, and all these people. But in the book of Ezra, what are we seeing? These people, for they have taken of their daughters. You see total disobedience to what the scripture, what our heavenly Father says to what? To them. Do not go there and do what? And get yourself intermarried. Understand something here. So now, for they have taken of their daughters to themselves, and for their sons, so that the holy seed, because you need to be able to understand that a holy seed is what is on the move. But at this particular juncture, the moment that these people, the children of Israel, took on the people of what? Of the Canaanite, that was when the holy seed was what? Was contaminated. You need to be able to understand what happened. The holy seed, the bloodline that was a pure bloodline, was completely done what? Contaminated. It was contaminated what? In the land of the Canaanite. Listen to what happened. It said that the holy seed have mingled. I want you to understand the scripture. Mingled themselves with the people of what? Of the lands. Do you see it is what? It is in plural. So they mingled themselves with the people of the land. That is to say, the children of Israel now going inside of the land of the Canaanite, going to the Hivite, going to the Moabite, going to the Canaanite, going to the Jebusite, and they all did what? They all mixed themselves. And what happened? Children are being born to these people. Now listen to what happened. And the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in what? In these trespass. So what is saying here is that if you go, the chief of the leaders of the people of Israel were even the people who are on top of this matter. They are the big players. They were the people who are what? Who are on the top that committed these particular atrocities. When you talk about the people who are leading the children of Israel, they were the ones who are the chief. This is what Ezra is saying. These people are the ones who are the chief. These are the leaders of the children of Israel. That they are the ones who are what? Who are a chief to doing what? To mixing the children of Israel together with what? With the Canaanites. In another sense, they mixed their own blood with what? With the people of the land, because they went there and they did what? And they intermarried. The sons of Elohim came to the daughters of men and did what? And intermarried with them. And intermarried with them. So now when they intermarried with them, remember what the punishment was. Remember what the Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7 from verse number 5. It said that what? And from verse number 4, they will turn away thy son from following me, that ye may serve other gods. So you see, and because of they are going to turn away, that is the reason why they what? The annoyance, or the Most High is going to do what? Kindle his anger, is going to kindle against his own children. They are going to set. That is to say, because they have done this, what happened? The Most High is going to do what? Is going to now turn his face against his own people and do what? And deal with them mercilessly, because of why they've done what? Disobey. But listen to what happened. I want us to continue in this particular verse, because this is something that is deep, my dear brothers and sisters, which we need to be able to see. In verse number 10, the Bible says, and now, O Elohim, what shall we say to after this? So because this is a time whereby that these people, or let's just read in verse number, we had same Ezra 9 verse 10. It said, because at this time what happened is the chief fathers were among the people who has taken strange wives from the people of the Canaanites. So what is going on? What is going to happen now? Ezra is now praying, pleading on behalf, because he was trying to make sacrifices. He was trying to make sacrifices for the crimes or for the iniquities of the people of Israel, and now they committed double on top of the one that he was trying to bring them out from. Because Ezra was trying to make a sacrifice for the people of Israel as they were coming out from Babylon, from the hand of the Persian. So but now they are committing another one. So now Ezra was, listen to, if you go down through, listen verse 3, and when I heard these things, I rent my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down and stoned. Then were assembled unto me everyone that trembled of the word of Elohim of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away, and I sat stoned until the evening sacrifice. Now what you need to be able to understand at this juncture, Ezra was completely, he was done. Because you need to be able to understand the situation. He was trying to do what? He was trying to make sacrifices for the crimes which they committed, which made them to go into what? Into captivity in the hand of what? Of the king of Persia. And now they are committing another one that is very huge. So what happened? Ezra had to clothe himself in sackcloth. He did not know what to do at this time, because the sin has multiplied. Ezra is trying to offer a sacrifice to the one these people committed, and now another one is coming up. So it was frustrating to Ezra. This is why Ezra now is saying, and now, O Elohim, what shall we say after this? What are we going to say after this one? Now, what else is he going to say? What are they going to say because of these things that they have done? These people, listen to what happened here. For we have forsaken thy commandment. Exactly what happened in the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7. So they forsook the commandment which was being given to them. They forsook it and they went into the land of Canaan, and they did what? They went against the whole commandment that was being given to them. So listen to what Ezra was saying. Listen to what Ezra was saying here. He's saying, which thou hast commanded by the servant, the prophet, by the servant, the prophet, who? We talk about what happened in the book of Deuteronomy, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess. Where was this thing written? Where was it written? In the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 7, where I just read to you. Now listen, in the land unto which you go to possess it, it is an unclean land, with the filthiness of the people of the land, with their abomination, which have filled it, which have filled it from one end to another, with their what? With their uncleanness. So this is what he's saying. Listen to what happened. This is exactly what was going on in the land of Canaan. But they went there and they did what? And they corrupted themselves. Now listen to what happened. Now therefore, give not your daughters unto their son, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat of the good of land and live for an inheritance to the children forever. Now this is what Ezra was saying at this particular juncture, because Ezra was actually he was displaced at the situation of things, because everything was frustrating to him at that time, because he is somebody who was trying to help Israel, but Israel is committing a double crime, that is to say, iniquity double. So he was so what was the doubling of the iniquity? These people came into the land of Canaan, the same thing that they were being told not to do. They went there and they were mixing the chief of the fathers, the people on the top were the ones who were the real players even. These were the ones that were the players. Let's go to the book of the same book, chapter number 10 from verse number 10. I want us to read. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives, to increase the what? The trespass of Israel. Did you see that? So he said that you people have transgressed and done what? Because you people took the strange wives of the Canaanites. You came down here and you took the wife of these people. The sons of Alam came down and slept with the daughters of men, and they choose them anyone that they want. And what happened? They mixed the holy seed, and after mixing the holy seed, this is a trespass. You people went against the commandment that was being given unto you. So what happened? Ezra is telling them right in front of their face. Now therefore make confession unto Yahuwah your Elohim. Make confession unto Yahuwah, Elohim of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourself from the people of the land. So this thing has already been committed. So now what happened? You have to now do what? Make the decision in order to do what? To separate yourself from these people. So this iniquity, these atrocities have been committed. So what happened? It has been done. So what happened? There's going to be, they had to find another way out, because it has already. So what happened? It pained them that they when they realized what happened. I'm going to be showing you what happened here in verse number 12. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, As thou hast said, so we must do. So we will do. That is, we do. But the people are many, and it is time of much rain, and we are not able to stand without. Neither is their work. Neither. Now, I want you to understand something here. Because when you understand, when you have the mystery of what is written in the scripture, you would see where the scripture is taking you to as you're reading it along. Now, listen to what the Bible said here. It said, but the people are many. Understanding, the people are many that did what? That did this trespass. Now listen to what happened. And it is the time of much rain, and we are not able to stand without. Neither is this a work of one day or two. So this is not something that this crime is very huge. So to cleanse this, what crime has, this atrocity, this intermarriage, oh my goodness, this is not a work of one day or 2 days. This is not just this is not an easy task, Ezra. Everybody is guilty. Everyone you are seeing here is guilty of this crime of intermarrying with the people of the Canaanite. What are we going to do? Because this is not a case of one day. This is not a case of 2 days. You understand what is going on here? We're not talking about something that is going to be done under maybe 1,000 years or 2,000 years. This is something that is deep. This is what this passage of the scripture is saying. Listen to what the Bible says. It said, this is not, neither is this a work of 1 day or two, for we are many that have transgressed in this thing. There are many that did what? That transgressed. In what? In taking strange wives of the people of the Canaanite. The sons of Elohim came down to do what? To the daughters of men, and they did what? And they chose them all wives as they want to. And there are many that did what? That transgressed against this. And this is not a work of one. And this is not a work of what? Of 1 day to be what? To be purified, to be cleansed. Listen to what happened. Let now our rulers of all the congregation stand, and let all them which have taken strange wives in our cities come at appointed times, and with them the elders of every city. With the elders of what? Of every city. And the judge thereof until the fierce wrath of Yahuwah, of Elohim, for this matter be turned from us. Because they know that that is when they realize what happened, this is, they've already committed those crimes, and now they are realizing what is going on. Now listen, only Jonathan the son of Asabel and Jehoshaphat the son of Teva were employed of this matter, and Meshullam and Ashabad the Levite helped them. And the children of the captivity did so, and Ezra the priest with certain chief of the fathers, after the house of their father, and all of them by their names, were separated and sat down in the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. So this is the time to do what? To examine this matter. Now listen, in verse number 17, and they made an end with all the men that had taken straight wives by the first day of what? Of the month. So this was the time that they did what? They now say, you know what? This was the time to stop and taking those strange wives. What happened? You have to put away the strange wife that you have taken. So now, after putting away those strange wives, now it is time to do what? To now go on the journey in order to do what? To bring back the glory, the pure seed which has been contaminated. And in order for this to happen, this is not a day, this is not a 2-day walk. This is what? Because there are many, all of them has contaminated, they're mixed. The children of the Canaanite, the Jebusite, among the children of Israel dwelt among the Jebusite, even until this that I'm talking to you. Look at the West Africa, what is going on. When you talk about the place they call Nigeria, open up your eyes and you can see what is going on. You see all these people calling, shouting, doing all kind of things. They all mixed. They are different bloods. People mixed up everywhere in different parts of the world. These are the things which have been going on all the way. So there are many who are what? Who are guilty of this particular crime. So interracial, I'll talk about different people get married. This has been something that they have already done what? They have mixed. But it is time for a pure seed to do what? To be born. Because what you're saying is everybody's blood, they are all contaminated. So a new seed, a holy seed has to be born. Understand where the world is going to. Understand what is really going on. Now listen to what the Bible says. I'm going to be showing you the people who were the chief, who were among the people that did what? That actually did what? Intermarried with what? With the Canaanites. Now listen to what happened in verse number 18. And among the sons of the priests, there were found that had taken strange wives, namely of the sons of Joshua, the son of Josedek. So Joshua, the son of Josedek, his sons we are also among the people that did what? That took strange wives. What? Joshua, the son of Josedek, his sons were among the people that did what? That took strange wives. That took strange wives. Did you understand what that means? They took strange wives. Did you really understand the deep of this? Do you know who Joshua is? His sons were among the people. But there's something. They did this out of ignorance. But there's something I want you to see. Listen to what happened. Joshua, the son of Josedek, and his brethren Messiah, Maaseiah, and Eleazar, and Jeriab, and Gadea, and they gave their hands. So the sons of Joshua, the son of Josedek, who were, who committed this same atrocity of going to the land of Canaan, mixing with the people. What happened? What happened at this time now? Listen to what the Bible said. And they gave their hands, and that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock for their trespass. Wait a minute. This is something that they did unknowingly. The magnitude of what? Of what they were doing. So what happened? According to the law, there is a place in the law that says that what? Any crime that is being done unknowingly, you have to do what? You have to bring a sacrifice. You have to bring the sacrifice of ram in order to do what? In order to do what? To cleanse that thing that you've done. So if your ancestor or your father, who is a high priest, is in the position to do what? To bring those ram in order to make an atonement on behalf of his children, so they will be able to do what? To do it in order to cleanse his children. Understand what is going on. Now let's go to the book of Leviticus. Leviticus chapter number 5. I want to show us something there. Remember what the Bible said. They say that what? They were guilty of doing what? Of intermarrying, of marrying with the Canaanite, the Hivite, the Gagasite, the Jebusite. They mixed themselves. They were all guilty of this. So, but what happened? What happened? They offered a ram of flock for their what? For their trespasses. Where was it written? In the same Old Testament, in the book of Leviticus, chapter number 5. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, in verse number 14, that is chapter number 5, 14 and 15. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul commit a trespass and sin through ignorance in the holy thing of Yahuwah, in the holy thing of Yahuwah, in the holy, precious, Quadash, set apart things of Yahuwah, if somebody sin out of ignorance, he's ignorant of what he did, what is going to happen? Then that individual shall bring for his trespass, for his own trespass. So because you did this ignorantly, you are going to bring for your own trespass that you committed, for the trespass of what you committed, out, trespass unto Yahuwah, a ram without what? Without blemish out of the flocks, with the estimation by shekels of silver after the shekel of the sanctuary for a trespass offering. So this is a situation. And what happened? These children of Joshua, the son of Josedek, the children of Joshua who committed this crime, who committed this trespass. Now what happened? They did this out of ignorance. So now, but what are they now doing? They offered sacrifice according to the law, that if somebody commits a trespass out of ignorance, that individual should do what? Should bring a ram and do what? And make sacrifice for what? For their own trespass. So what happened? Joshua, the son of Zedek, offered a sacrifice on behalf of what? His children that committed what? Trespass. Did you really understand what is going on here? Somebody is preparing for you because you're going to somewhere. You are going to a different place. You are on a journey. So now in that world where you're going to go, if somebody has not done cannot atone for the crimes that you commit, then that means you are going to use your head to do what? To bear the weight of what? Of your own iniquity. But here, Joshua, on behalf of his own, the children of Joshua committed crime, but his father has already done what? Paid price for what? For their own crimes. So, but what is all this now? What is this now? I'm trying to let you know, my dear brothers and sisters, is that the mixing of the people, the children of, when you talk about the Canaanite, so the moment in this particular place was the time when the people infiltrated the people of the Canaanite. So they have equal right. This was when the children of Israel infiltrated the Canaanites. So the children which were being born as a result of the holy seed mixing with the people of the Canaanite, now those children have the right of the inheritance of the land. Did you get what is really going on here? The people that we are born as a result of this, they have the right of taking over the land of Canaan. You don't understand what is going on. This was the time when the sons of Elohim, they came into the daughters of men. And they did what? And they sowed their own seed. And now the seed that they sowed, they are now doing what they have the right. That is to say, the promise of Abraham is going to do what is going to fulfill, because they are all also doing what they have equal right with what? With the people of the land. Because the people of the Canaanite, they share the inheritance through the mother's side. So what happened? Since these beings have children in the land of Canaan through the mother's side, what happened? They have equally the right of what? Of the inheritance. And this is the reason why you need to be able to understand that the land of Israel, the children of Jacob, the land of Canaan was being promised to them. And the Canaanites, they have nothing to say. They have nothing to say. Why? Because they've already been infiltrated. And there's nothing they can do about it, because this is the time of what, when they were still asleep, they did not understand what was going on. So now a people among the children of Israel a sacrifice was made for a certain people because of this atrocity. They did it ignorantly. They never knew or understood what they were doing at that time, because the crime was very deep in the eyes of Yahuwah. But in the later time, the same crime that they committed, what happened? The children of Israel, they are now stampeding on that particular ground, that they are from this side, that they were being born in the land of Canaan, which means they have a traces of blood of what? Of the Canaanites in their blood. Therefore, they have rights of what? Of inheriting the land of Canaan. And this is where they stampeded and they chased the people of what? Of Jerusalem, the people of Canaan out from the land of the Canaanites. So because the moment they established themselves there, they now started expounding. So as they were expounding, the higher ones which are coming now, until the pure seed comes, and the pure seed that comes did what? Pushed even Jacob out of the way. Jacob was a gateway that was being used in order to do what? To teach these people a lesson. They went into their land. Did you really understand what happened in the book of Genesis? Where the Bible said to Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed, who? Jacob, thy seed, shall go into a land that is not theirs. And they are going to be afflicted for 400 years. And afterward, they are going to come out what? They are going to suck the energy of that particular people. And they are going to that same land, that same place, they are going to take it. Because they went into that particular place. The people, the Egyptians enslaved them. And now they came out from Egypt and they were on their way to the land of Canaan. And when they went to the land of Canaan, what happened? In order for them to survive, what happened now? They went and they were trying to do what? Mix themselves with the what? With the people of the land. Which things they were told not to do or not to do. But they did it out of ignorance. So, but what happened? Some were able to offer sacrifice for the atonement of their sin, while some are not able. And those people who are not able to put an atonement for their sin are using their neck to bear the iniquity of what they did, even till today. So, but what is going on, my dear brothers and sisters? You need to be able to understand that what this was the infiltration. So, Jerusalem, the people of Jerusalem, who are the Moabites. Talk about the Moabites and the Hittites. You know, the people who came together in order to form these people were the Canaanites, isn't it? So, which now gives the children of Israel an equal right. Because they were among these people. They mixed with the Jebusite, they mixed with the Hittite, they mixed with the Hivite, they mixed with the Gadasite, they mixed with the Hittite, they mixed with all these people there. So now, a seed, a children was being born for these people. There is no way these other people can disprove that these people do not have share in the land. So this gives them the equal opportunity, equal right to the land that they say is theirs. So the people of the Canaanite, they're going to be so true. Don't you see? Don't you understand what is going on? That the people of this is why I tell you that Jacob, the Bible said that Canaan is going to be a servant of servants. Jacob is a servant under what? Under Joshua. And Jacob is going to do what? He's going to enslave. He's going to do what puts Canaan under what? Under his control. Because Jacob had share in the land. The land of Canaan. There is no way. You see what happened. I keep on telling you about the immigration of people into the west coast of Africa. I keep on telling you about how they went into the west coast of Africa and they assimilated. They went into there because they used their own natural weapon to be able to do what? To infiltrate those people who were there. The people who were there have been there for the longest. This is just like their home. But some people were coming, star beings were coming, and they came down here, and in order to do what? They now infiltrated these beings and mixed up their blood in order to do what? To have the equal right in order to inherit this planet. This place you call Earth. You don't understand the mysteries of the book, right? But you are on my channel. You will never be left alone. As long as your heart is straight and you want to learn the scripture, the deeper mysteries of the scripture, you're going to get that nourishment, that spiritual food in order to really understand the mystery of what is going on. This is what you need to be able to understand about the taking over of Jerusalem. So the children, the house, the children of the sons of Jacob are going to be used in order to do what? To capitulate Canaan. And when they are being capitulated, there is going to be a senior officer ruling over what? Over Jacob. You don't understand what is going on. This is the time that you need to be able to open up your eyes. When you are in Yahushua, because what you need to be able to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, is this. That a new seed, because everybody, you've been contaminated here. You are all contaminated blood. You're talking about, say you're all contaminated. You mixed all blood. So there's going to be a new, brand new seed which has not been contaminated. And that is the purpose of the coming of Yahushua, in order to bring forth that new seed. In order to bring forth that new seed, everybody here talk about it. You have the blood of this individual mixing with your own blood. So if you have a percentage of some other people's blood in you, then that means you are already corrupted. That is to say that body is already being corrupted. So there is a necessity of bringing forth a new seed which has not been tainted by any other race. Only that holy seed. And that seed is going to be on planet in order to do what? In order to connect. And that seed is where the sacrifice is going to be made. And not on any contaminated blood. This is why when you come to Yahushua, he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh unto the Father except by me. This is why you need to be able to understand and say, I go to prepare a place. And when I prepare a place, I come and take you. And where I am, there will be also. This is why he's called what? The high priest. The high priest making sacrifice, intercession for what? For his own children. I want to show you something there. You need to be able to understand what happened. In the same place, let's see the book of, the same place that we just read, the book of Leviticus chapter number, I said the book of Ezra chapter number 10 from verse number 19. And they gave their hands that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock for their trespasses. So what I would like you to understand, my dear brothers and sisters, that this was a time through which the people who own the land, we already know, that the land of Jerusalem, when you talk about the land of Canaan, it belongs to the Canaanites. Have you ever wondered and asked yourself this question? Why is it that whenever Abraham goes into the land of Egypt, after leaving, there is always starvation in the land? He went to Egypt and he came out and Egypt was dry. He went to the land of Canaan and he came out and Canaan was dry. But they seem to be greenish. They seem to be doing well before the entering of what Abraham into that land. But as soon as they entered it, they suck Abraham and his descendants suck everything dry. You don't know what is going on in this world, right? You think this is a joke. You have to wake up. You have to come to that pure seed. Any seed here that is being contaminated, this is why you need to be washed as white as snow. You have to be washed and make you pure. The Bible said that, come unto you all you that labor, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to be your rest. I'm going to do what? I'm going to purify you from what? Contaminated blood that you are. I'm going to make a pure blood. I'm going to make you from what? I'm going to wash you clean. And bring you and make you pure in order to do what? To present you before the Father. And there is no such thing as nobody's blood that has been. This is the pure bloodline that has been running. But you are here, never knew that. You talk about, say you are this, you are all mixed up here. So a new seed has to come up. A brand new seed has to come up. Don't you know that what happened all the way in the Garden of Eden? Don't you understand all that? That is the when all this blood was even being contaminated, and those things have been going from one generation to the other. So it is time now to do what? To bring forth those who are ready to be born in what? In that holy seed. In that holy seed. If you are not born in that bloodline of the holy seed, you are a contaminated being. You are part of the people who are on this planet, who this planet Earth is going to be trapped with. The meek. The meek is going to inherit the earth. Oh, whoa. You are going to inherit the earth. Well, we will give it to you. You want the earth? Take it and take care of it. You know what? We are coming back. But take care of this earth. And before you know it, the serpent will come and take away and snatch that earth out of their hand, because they don't know nothing. They don't know what is going on. The earth. The meek shall inherit the earth. You are inheriting the earth, and all of a sudden the serpent comes and snatch up that earth from you, because you don't understand. You want to belong. You are part of the people in the earth. You don't want to grow up high. You want to get stuck. You want to get stuck because you don't know what is going on. But I'm revealing deeper mysteries about what is going on this planet. To those who have eyes to see. To those who can really think and see what is really going on this place. We are visitors here in order to wake our brothers and sisters, in order to bring them into that place where they're going to be washed. Bloodline flowing. Bloodline flowing. Where you're going to know the value of who you are. And you're going to be proud of what family you're coming out from. This is still a child's play here. You see, some certain people are jealous because someone is being born in the seed of the promised children. The promise, the land of Canaan was being promised to the children of Jacob. So even if the Canaanites like it or not, that land, the whole of the continent of Africa, the whole world is going to be taken by Jacob. There's no two ways about it. This is a promise, and there's nothing no one can do about it because it's a promise. They've already infiltrated you guys for the longest. And Jacob himself is going to be ruled by Jeshurun. You don't understand what is going on. But I'm glad that you're here on my own channel because I give you the unadulterated truth, plain and simple, so that you can understand it and see it. Never understood. Don't know the reason why you go to Nigeria, you see one big church, they call it Canaan land. You think it's a joke. You think the name was just being given like that. They call it Canaan land. But you don't understand. These are the Canaanites. These are the Canaanites. These are the Canaanites. You have to wake up, my dear brothers and sisters. So you are there talking about maybe you're just one. Oh, that you're thinking that you are this tribe. You've been all mixed. And you see it has to come up. How many of you are ready to come to the pure, unadulterated seed, the holy seed of Yahushua? Before you were being born in that world, everything that you have ever done has already been paid. The price of everything that you've done have already been paid. If you're on your own, use your neck to carry on your own crimes or your own atrocities and make your own sacrifices, if your sacrifices are going to be accepted or not. But you have to pay the price. As long as you are not in Yahushua, you are on your own. Understand the deep mystery of what is going on, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm here for the truth seekers, those lovers of truth. Boy, if you are ready, if you see where the Ruach of Yahushua is taking you to, I tell you, eyes have not seen nor ear heard what Yahuwah have in store for those who love him.